now revising its growth estimates as to what this shutdown could have on the economy. The White House now believes for every week that the government is shut down, it could have a negative impact of 0.13% on growth. Extrapolate that out potentially of a full quarter. If it gets to that potentially here, you could be talking about 1.7% against GDP if this lasts for the first 3 months of this year. Connell.
Well, almost 30 days in. Blake, on and on we go. Blake Berman from the White House. Melissa.
Here now is Kevin Hassett, White House Council of Economic Advisors chairman. Let me ask you about that last point. Does that sound right? 1.7% for the quarter?
Right. So what happens is that when the Bureau of Economic Analysis, when they calculate GDP, what they do is they basically have to estimate how much the government produces, and their estimate of how much the government produces is based on just government workers going to work and getting paid. And so if government workers don't go to work, then they reduce their output calculations accordingly. And we made an early estimate right at the beginning of the crisis that was a little bit lower than the estimate you just cited, and have been studying it hard as this has gone on, and have found that actually the damage is a little bit worse because of government contractors, something that was excluded from our first analysis. I mean, the fact is that there's a lot of pain. At CEA, none of our staff are being paid. A lot of our folks have been furloughed. We've got one staffer that told me over the weekend that she's starting to drive an Uber to help make ends meet. I mean, it's time for the Democrats to come and negotiate because there really is a lot to fix. And so our estimate is that GDP in the first quarter could go down by about 1/10 if this were to resolve in the next few weeks.
How long is that? What's factored into that? What's priced in? Is that a 2-week shutdown, a 2-month shutdown? How do you get to 1/10?
Yeah, that's 1/10 gets you if it resolves by next week.
Okay. If it goes into February, how much more will we see in GDP drop?
Yeah, I would guess it's going to be something like a rule of thumb would be every 2 weeks is 1/10.